She didn't choose the wrong man to be her child's father. He chose to be a bad one. So let's stop blaming women and let's start holding men accountable.
Do 100% feel like if you got a dude laying up in your house that you lay with every day, you shouldn't be asking me for help. Don't ask me to borrow no money. Don't ask me for no help. Ask him what he doing there. Put him out.
Rich Babe, have you ever noticed the moment something goes wrong, like your EBT freezes, okay, the bills stack up, or, you're just trying to breathe? Somebody always popping up on the internet talking about this is why you need a man in the house. And I'm like, what? Like, what? She's in the house, she has the roof, she has the walls, she has the foundation, and somehow she still get blamed when the whole system cracks. It's crazy how fast people forget who keeps everything running while the world starts falling apart. Okay, hey Rich Babes, it's Rob Milan and welcome back to the channel where we do it the rich way, girl. We think rich, get rich, and stay rich. So let's get right into this video. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back shortly.
I saw this quote about having a man in your house and having a man of the house. And I never want to have a man in my house ever again. And this is what I mean. I don't want, when we come home from work, a man that expects me to do everything. Cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children. Absolutely not. I want a man that comes home and works with me as a team. We both just got off work now. Let's handle our stuff. Let's take care of our children together. I don't want a man just living in my house that expects me to do everything. Absolutely not. Never again will I have a man in my house. I've always just had men in my house. I want a man that leads and protects and makes me feel safe and just lightens my load. So again, I'll never again have a man in my house. I want a man of the house.
Then why are you not ever blaming the dad? I never hear anybody blame the dad. The dad was an abusive piece of shit too. Why are you not blaming him? We need to stop blaming girls for guys' bad behavior. If a man is a shitty person, you can't be like, oh, well, it's his mom's fault for raising him that way. How about his dad? What if he just saw his dad be a shitty person and the mom was abused and then, okay, she didn't leave, but sometimes when you're in an abusive situation, you don't just get up and leave. It's like literally not that easy. Why are we not insulting the fathers? Where is the dad at? Was his dad abusive? Why is the blame always falling on the woman? Even if you have like a kid with somebody and the guy's a deadbeat, somebody would be like, well, you picked him. Instead of saying, you know what, that guy is a deadbeat, he should be present or whatever, it's, oh, you picked him. What if when you guys met and got married, he wasn't a druggie and all of a sudden he picked up a drug habit along the way? Is that your fault that you had kids with him before he picked up the drug habit? Like, stop putting the blame on women. Guys could be shitty people because they're a shitty person. Just that is their responsibility. It is not a woman's fault that a guy is shitty. Yes, people can enable behavior. Don't get me wrong. People can enable behavior. But when you're an adult, you are responsible for yourself. It is not my fault that that person picked up a drug habit. It's not my fault that that person is a criminal or a deadbeat or whatever. It is their own choice. Don't put that on me. Don't even put it on their mother, even if she is enabling him. It's not her responsibility. It's this grown-ass adult's responsibility.
You niggas be wanting these women to sit back, let you lead, while she's sitting in the passenger seat, watching you fly this plane right into the fucking ground, and then get mad when they jump out the relationship. Then proceed to sit there and talk shit about them all day on the internet. In reality, you just don't know what the fuck you doing. Real reason why y'all talk shit about women, because y'all got unresolved mommy issues. Y'all bring that anger into these relationships with these women instead of seeking professional help, because your ego so big you don't think nothing wrong with you. Lack of awareness, lack of accountability, lack of everything.
How quickly the world forgets that she's out here working, feeding the kids, helping with homework, managing the bills, and still trying to keep a smile on her face. Still trying to keep her sanity, okay? And when something slips through the cracks, the world points directly at her. You need to pick better. You should have stayed. You should have married rich. You should have never had no kids. You should have never been with him. God damn. And meanwhile, no one's asking, why does the system collapse every time the government freezes, right? A man loses his job and he's down on his luck. A woman is struggling and suddenly she is made of bad choices. Like, they tell her to be strong, but when she's too strong, she's too masculine. Like, make up your mind, right? They say that she is independent, but when she stopped needing their approval, then she is the problem, right? This isn't about laziness. It's about survival. Inflation, layoffs, like rent hikes, and all of it, it hits her first. And she still makes a way. She's still making $1 out of 15 cents. Okay, Tupac. Okay. Like, she'll stretch a meal, sell something, pray, and still pushes through. The real question isn't why doesn't she have help? It's why the whole world depends on her strength, but never gives her her rest. Oh, my goodness.
I have a quick question. Why? I mean, literally every time something happens to where a woman is victimized in any shape, way, or form, it gets pushed back on us. Like, and when I say victimized, I mean by a man, right? Man is a deadbeat dad, right? You should have chose a better father for your kids. Woman is in an abuse, it ends up in an abusive relationship, right? Why didn't you leave earlier? It's like, at what point are we going to hold the abuser or the wrongdoer accountable? Like, why do y'all do that? Like, and then y'all wonder why, like, there is no accountability for men. It's because nobody holds them accountable.
So I don't know who in their wrong mind decide to come up with this rule that men are the head of his house and that men is the leader of his family. Because, baby, let me tell you, the men are not living up to that standard at all. So the rule for the men need to be thrown out and give it to my ladies, give it to the women. Because, baby, let me tell you one thing about women. Women do the shit with no hesitation.
Who's the head of the household, the man or the woman?
The head is as heavy as the person that wears the crown. Who is the most stressed in the relationship? Who's dealing with high levels of anxiety in a relationship? Who's the most depressed in most of these relationships? It's the woman. Why? Because she's handling everything from paying the bills, taking care of the children, making sure the man is mentally okay, even though she's falling apart mentally, making sure the home is running how it's supposed to run, making sure the bills are paid. And she's doing this with the man and without a man. And we don't mention her raising these children, making sure they're going to school, making sure their grades is up, making sure they're learning and becoming more productive. The woman has always been the head of the household, and only weak men disagree with it, because when a man is the head of the household, he runs because of the responsibilities that come with it. It's not just providing. That doesn't make you the head of the household. The head of the household is the one that maintains the whole home, and the only one that has been doing that since the beginning of time is the woman. So yes, the woman is the head of the household, but the man should make sure she has a home to be the head of.
You know what's so wild, Rych Babes? Like, they'll call her strong until her strength makes them uncomfortable. They'll call her independent until she stops needing their validation. And they'll call her difficult when all she ever did was hold it down. I mean, I'm so sick of the internet. Every time I turn around, black women this, black women that. I mean, good God. Ain't no one else you could talk about. But yet we always holding it together. I'm just saying, I'm sick of it for real. Like, and this is all women too, but I'm just saying, like, especially black women, every time I turn around, it's black women this, black women that. You know, I'm like, God, y'all ain't got no one else to talk about. Like, for real. Like, they don't see the late nights crying in the car after the kids fell asleep. They don't see her choosing between gas and groceries, okay? They don't see her, pretending to be fine so everyone else can relax. They say, this is why you need a man. No. This is why you need freedom, girl. Like, you deserve peace that doesn't tie to struggle and survival. You deserve support that doesn't come with shame attached to it, right? Because then when you get a man, then it's like, oh, well, that you got a man in the house. Why you still struggling? It's like, you asked me to get a man. Now, when I get a man, he ain't enough. He ain't, he ain't doing that. Like, I mean, come on. You want us to be strong, but then y'all not holding these men accountable for their lack of being strong. I mean, make it make sense. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, that's exactly why I created a space for us, girl. Like, a space where women like you and I can rebuild confidence, the money, and peace all at the same time. I am so sick of it. It's like you ain't got no where the father at. Where the father at? You know, every time when the kids get hurt, they always say, where was the mother? Where was the mother? You know, it's like, well, your mother should have told you. What happened to the daddy? I'm confused. What happened to these men? And you know, and a lot of times it's these men that's blaming these women that's doing their best. And what are they doing? What are they doing? I'm not here to create some type of like gender war. I'm not doing anything like that. But I'm just saying it's like we're tired of getting the blame for everything when we're still trying to hold it together. And we are holding together and we still doing that shit. You know, we're still making a way out of no way. We're still making, you know, we're still doing it. We're still finding a way. Like, we may lack something, but the kids, they still going on. They still got their hair done. They still got their fresh shoes. They still got their book bags. They still getting to school on time. You over here looking raggedy as hell, but your kids looking good though. You like, shit, I can't believe I was able to get through that. I mean, you know, just especially being a mom, you know, it's like you find strength out of thin air. You know, but as a woman in general, it's like, why do we continue to be blamed when, you know, for everything? Talking about you need a man in the house. Then when you get a man, you know, then he got all these damn issues. Why isn't he fixing himself? Why isn't he being a good leader? Why everything has to fall on the woman? And then when you got a man in the house, the women in the house is still the ones being the sole provider. The head of the household. These men are just sitting here playing on their PS5, talking about something, you know, Mom, what's for dinner? Like, sir, where's the check? Where's the cash app? That's what I want to know. Where's the cash app? But anyway, I can rant all day. Listen, my loves, listen, on November the 1st, I am opening doors to our private Rych Babe community. All right, I haven't given out the name yet. The name reveal will be more likely closer to the date, right? And it's going to be a space where women, all right, all women who are ready to stop surviving and start building freedom on purpose. Okay, we're going to talk about everything from mindset, digital income, self-worth, all of that stuff like that. But I'm going to be teaching you a lot of stuff. It's mostly me teaching you stuff. All right, teaching you everything that I know. All right, then of course you can upgrade, all right, to the top shelf experience, girl. That's where my secret's going to be at. That's where my secret's going to be at. All right. So listen, because you have been holding it down for everyone else. And now it's time to hold it down for you and be amongst other women and rich babes. Okay. Be amongst other rich babes, just like you, trying to earn and create her freedom. All right. No more proving your worth to people who can't see it. No more begging systems that were never built to save you. All right. We're building our own together. So I hope this message hit you. All right. So don't just scroll past. Join the community. The link is in the description box below to get on the email list. All right. Because freedom isn't just about money. It's about peace and purpose and power that no one can take away from you, girl. Okay. So my loves, I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Until next time, Rych Babes, stay rich. Love you.